Hey YouTube, it's NaturalMe4C, and today I'm going to be doing an update on what I've been doing with my skin care routine. So I posted on my blog like 2 months ago saying that I was going to be trying a couple things out to try to help me out with the acne scars and the hyperpigmentation that I have on my skin. Things have been going very well for my skin. It's gotten a lot better. I'm very excited about that. So I just want to share, the new things that I've added to my regimen in addition to, the old regimen that I had and that I still currently do. Okay, so in case you missed the first skincare routine video that I did a while back, it's called Simple Skincare Routine, and I'm going to try to put a link in the description box. Hopefully I can get it there. I'm still learning. So the two main things that I have changed or added to my skincare regimen have been oatmeal, all right? My mama's best naturals oatmeal. It doesn't matter what kind of oatmeal, but this is the one I got. And baking soda, okay? Excuse my box, it's all jacked up because it got wet. So I just want to share my reasons for using these and a couple pros and cons to, using these items on your skin. Okay, so baking soda's up first. Baking soda is actually used in a lot of microdermabrasion cleansers and stuff. Like I know Olay had one a while back. It was like a two-step system. And it's called sodium bicarbonate. So it might not say baking soda on the back of the cleansers, but this is usually one of the main ingredients in those exfoliating cleansers. So, I'm cheap, right? I figured why not try to use the regular baking soda and see how it works on my skin. Many people like to use baking soda on their skin because it exfoliates very well. It helps brighten the skin, it helps fade scars, and it evens the skin tone out, which is exactly what I've been trying to do. So people like to use it for that. Baking soda cleans very well. It's actually pretty abrasive. So if you have, acne or you have any open cuts or things like that on your face, I do not recommend using baking soda on your skin because it will burn, okay? The granules are so, fine that if you rub too hard, you're going to cause some damage. So you have to be very careful if you choose to use baking soda on your skin. The pH level of baking soda is about 8.5, so it's very high. So a lot of people like to use, something acidic after this to kind of balance out the skin tone. For example, some people like to use, lemon juice or apple cider vinegar as like a toner after using baking soda, just to kind of bring the pH down and, balance out the skin so the skin won't dry out. If you are interested in using baking soda on your skin, I would introduce it very slowly into your regimen. I've been using this for 2 months, and the first time, honestly, it was too harsh on my skin. I rubbed way too hard and I probably used way too much. So the way I've been doing it now is I'm combining it with a cleanser of mine, which is Cetaphil. I mix a little bit of both together and then I apply it to, the areas of my face that really need to be evened out. To prevent me from, causing any damage to my skin with using, baking soda and Cetaphil combined, I decided to start using the Olay Professionals Pro X cleansing brush. And so when I'm using it, I'm not applying too much pressure. This is doing all the work and it's controlled so I don't have to worry about rubbing too hard and irritating my skin with the baking soda. So my plan for using this is not to use it daily forever. I have been using it daily for the past 2 months and I've been loving the results. I'm only planning on using it for another month or two to see, how even I can get my skin tone before stopping using it. If, I start to have adverse reactions to it or something crazy starts happening, I will stop using it and I will definitely let you know, either on here or on my blog. All right, so up next is the Mom's Best Naturals Oatmeal. You don't have to use this oatmeal. I don't even know where I got this from. Okay, any kind of oatmeal is fine. But I have always loved using oatmeal on my skin because it controls my oil. Now, I have never tried to use this daily, but I have been doing so for the past 2 months and I have loved what has been happening. Oatmeal is also great for exfoliating, just like baking soda. This is a lot milder on the skin, so I like to use this during the day. And it helps with controlling oil. It brightens up the skin. It even can calm down itchy skin if you have eczema or things like that. It's very soothing to the skin as well. Oatmeal, just like baking soda, cleans very well. So you can use this as a scrub. You can use it in so many ways. Most people don't have any adverse reactions to using oatmeal. So this is definitely something that, could be a great addition to your skincare regimen. The only potential con I have with using oatmeal on my skin is the fact that because it cleans so well and exfoliates so well, getting all the gunk and stuff out, it can be a little bit drying on my skin, so I have to make sure that my skin is very moisturized afterwards. Other than that, I have no problems with using this, and I definitely will be using this long term, unlike the baking soda. All right, so the way I've been using it is in the morning, in the shower. Now, because oatmeal is kind of chunky, you know, the big old chunks, you know, it's not the easiest to work with and to, you know, get to stick to your skin when it's all chunky like that. So what I did was I just took some and I put it in a blender, blended it up dry, and I ended with this. So it's kind of like more of a powder. I just mix it with a little bit of water in my hands and place it all over my skin and let it sit while I am showering. All right, so now I'm going to show you what I've been doing with my skin and the subtle changes that I've made to my regimen. Okay, so I'm going to remove my makeup first with some coconut oil. I'm going to take about that much on a spoon, and I'm just going to massage this into my skin. And this works really well to remove the Revlon Colorstay makeup that I like to wear. And it also works great for removing mascara. You see? I look crazy, but it's cool. So after rinsing some of the oil from my skin, I like to use a Viva paper towel or soft cloth-like paper towel to remove the rest of the makeup and oil from my skin. It works just as good as the facial cleansing cloth that you buy from the store. All right, so I'm washing my face first with the Cetaphil one time, and then it's time for the baking soda. So I'm just going to take a little bit in my hand, about that much, and I spill some, of course. And then I'm going to take 1 pump of the Cetaphil, and I'm going to mix it together. And it creates kind of like a paste. And I'm going to apply that to the areas that really need the most attention. My forehead, around the sides of my face, around my mouth. I have light spots around my mouth from using fade creams when I was a teenager, and it has always been really sensitive since, so I have to deal with that. I just avoid, you know, using baking soda in those areas. So now I'm going to take the Olay Pro X brush, and I'm going to start buffing my skin. I'm being very careful around my mouth, and then I'm going to focus on the sides of my face where I have the most acne scars. And on this side, since it's worse with the light spot, I'm going to put my finger there and avoid, you know, using the baking soda in the brush there. I'm trying to be very gentle around this area. All right, so next I'm going to take a towel and dry my face. And then it's time for me to moisturize my skin. I like to use avocado oil. It's very concentrated, so I don't need too much of this, or I'm going to be really, really greasy. So take about that much, and I apply this all over my skin. It feels really nice and soft. This oil has so many great benefits for the skin. So this is what I would do on a normal night before bed. So now I'm going to show you my morning routine. I take my oatmeal that's all ground up from the blender. I take a nice amount, about that much, and I add a little bit of water to it. So it turns into like a paste, kind of like this. And while I'm in the shower, I would just apply this all over my skin. I don't avoid any areas because oatmeal is very gentle and it's mild, so it's safe to use all over. So I make sure I don't forget my eye area because oatmeal helps brighten that area up from the dark circles and stuff. And then I continue on with my shower while this is sitting on my skin. I rinse the oatmeal off, and then I use Cetaphil, and then it's time to tone my skin. This is optional. I don't do this all the time. I kind of go by how my skin feels. So I focus the toner on, you know, areas that I tend to break out the most. My chin is crazy, y'all. For real, those pores, So I focus there, and I don't forget my neck. After that, it's time for me to moisturize my skin. This cream is only $1.99, y'all, and it works great under makeup. I also take a little bit of avocado oil for the sensitive area around my mouth. Avocado oil can work as a natural sunscreen, so I like to use it around my mouth. I don't use it all over my face because it's too oily for daytime, but I'm very dry around this area, so it works fine. Last, I take a little bit of avocado oil and I apply it to my neck, and then I just follow up with my Revlon Colorstay makeup. All right, that's it.